Okay, hey everybody, welcome to Blocktalk. I'm Freddie Hartline, and
I'm Alex Turk.
Yeah, Alex, and we have Jesse here. And first of all, I just want to say thank you to Project CDX, Canada's best Bitcoin trading platform, for being a sponsor, and also to our good friends at Airbits, the best looking and most highly functional Bitcoin wallet available right now. Gorgeous wallet, totally recommend it.
Sexy. It's on iOS and Android.
Yeah, it is very sexy.
Do it up.
Do it up.
So we also got some sponsors for Blocktalk. We have Coinigy, the premier platform for trading altcoins. Connect all your exchanges through their one API system.
Wow.
And trade from one location. Advanced charting. If you guys like doing drafting or anything else, like this thing is top notch. It's really beautiful, and they're working every day on it. Eventually, they're going to get an app. Trade all your altcoins from your phone. If you want to try it out, go to coinigy.com/blocktalk, and you can start a free obligation, or no obligation free trial, and yeah, check it out for 30 days. And then also our other sponsor is Jumbucks. We don't usually take sponsorship from coins, but Jumbucks is one of a kind here. They were a fair launch coin. They have an awesome community, a great Slack. Join their Slack at slack.getjumbucks.com. You can see that in the description below. Their sponsorship includes buying beer for everyone who shows up to the show,
Which is awesome.
It is awesome, and I think due to the salon talks we had last night with the Free Ross movement, we're going to donate our beers towards getting Ross out of jail so we can have a beer with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Nice.
All right. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get the show going here. We are on block 359267 of the Bitcoin blockchain. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're at 52 weeks. Oh, this is glitching out on me now. Anyways, when I checked it earlier, it said we were 52 weeks away. So that means this time next summer, we are going to have the block outing.
I know.
We're going to have an awesome block party, yeah. All right, guys. So here we are at Decentral Vancouver. We have our fire hazard Ethereum miner here in honor of today's event.
Yeah.
With our special guest, Vinay.
Yo, dude.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Nice.
Good.
What's Vinay's history? Let's hear it from him.
Yeah. So Vinay, tell us about yourself and your involvement in the Ethereum project.
Well, so I'm an old school cypherpunk, right? I used to work with crypto rights in the 1990s, writing stuff to get human rights abuse data out of China. Was heavily involved. Do you guys know eGold?
Eagle?
eGold?
Oh, Eagle.
Oh. Yeah. So I was a power user of eGold, about 1% of their transaction volume through the system in 1999, 2000. And then I quit the field for a number of years because basically nothing was happening after eGold got nuked. And then I kind of came out of retirement for Ethereum, and here we are. I took a stint in energy policy and its other stuff in the meantime. You guys know the Hexier project?
Nope.
No? Been to Burning Man?
I haven't been to Burning Man. Cam's been to Burning Man.
Yeah. So you see all those little those kind of little silver sheds that are all over the playa?
Yeah.
You know, millions and millions and millions. Yeah. So I designed those.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'll take care of the camera.
So lots of different stuff, and then I kind of came back to the Ethereum thing after years out doing, just being out of tech, and it was like, okay, right, let's do this thing. We finally have a smart contract platform. Let's go out there and break shit.
Sweet. I just so you know, I haven't done Burning Man yet, but when I have children, I'll definitely be there.
Seems like the place.
Yeah. Take your kids to Burning Man. Yes.
Who else do we have here? We've got Ethan back.
Yeah.
Hello.
And who's that? Oh, this is you.
Yeah, that's Vinay's Twitter page where he's got the Burning Man photos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, Vinay,
that's it.
How your week has been with the launch? We were all very excited here. How's it been in your camp? What's going on?
Well, I mean, everybody's delighted that we haven't had any trouble so far technically. We still have very nice, solid consensus. Everything is just moving forward. Transactions go live Monday or Tuesday, and at that point, we will have actually shipped the damn thing.
That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how the market response is going to be.
Yeah, me too.
Because everyone's sitting on edge, ready with the buy button.
Yeah. And
Yeah. But I mean, for us, we're much more concerned about having, millions or tens of millions of people using applications built on Ethereum. Right. I mean, Ether's value is not critical to our game plan at all. Right? It's a utility currency. It's backed by the services of the network.
Yeah.
It's a very, very different class of entities from Bitcoin.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We're mining it here. I'm very excited. I think we're like maybe, there's less than a handful of us in the city that I know of anyway. I'm just totally excited because freaking, we'll be able to start a freaking law firm basically with the ether we've been mining. I'm really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So so tell us what you guys were like doing all week. Did you get any sleep? What's been going on?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing was actually fairly kind of anticlimactic, right?
Oh wow!
I mean it was just the time came, the Genesis block rolled around, the nonce came up as the hash of the other block. People started building their Genesis blocks from there, and so 20 minutes, an hour later, you saw the network stand up. And since then, we've just been watching the block time and the difficulty ramp up and ramp up and ramp up and ramp up. And it looks like it's basically stabilizing as projected.
That's awesome.
But it was really, just this thing of, okay, well, we're going to go from the test net to the main net, and there we go. Wow, look at that, we just moved.
That's crazy.
You guys had a lot of beautiful UI stuff built. Like, Freddie, if you pull up my screen, they have the stats.ethdev.com, and like you can see everything based on like block propagation time, block times, difficulty. So you can see we're really ramping up here.
Beautiful.
But I had a couple of questions about this because when I talk to a lot of my altcoin buddies, they say 15-second block times are unreal. It almost shouldn't be that fast because you start getting issues with orphan blocks, and it becomes a problem where the blocks don't get around the network fast enough for the next block to be mined. Too many orphans.
Well, I mean, so far that hasn't caused any trouble. Right? I mean, if it causes trouble later on, then that's something that obviously we can take a look at, and there are a bunch of different approaches we can take to that. But if smart contracts are going to be fairly interactive, if you want to have 3, 4, 5 transaction systems that still respond in a fairly realistic way, you can't have a 10-minute block time, right? You could buy an air ticket over a 4 or 5 minute period, but you can't buy an air ticket over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we have a strong constraint, and if we're going to have interactive software, we're going to need to keep our blocks moving.
But orphan blocks seem to be an issue with any altcoin that tries to go 30 seconds or faster. Like even 30 seconds, they experience a lot of orphans. So that's why I was just really concerned about it. I don't know if it's going to be something that's more rectified once they go to proof of stake with it.
Well, I mean, generally what's happening is that they're building on top of the same technologies you've got inside of Bitcoin, right? So if you're working off the Bitcoin code base and just tweaking things so it goes faster, you're going to have a bunch of issues.
Yeah.
We knew from the beginning that we were going to have an extremely short block time, and as a result, the whole thing is a kind of different balance on it.
That's really sexy.
Yeah.
That's sexy.
Well, I mean, it's if we're going to be able to make this stuff really, kind of book, right? If we're going to be able to do a whole bunch of interactive stuff that is actually usable for people, then we're going to have to get a reasonably fast set of blocks.
Yeah.
There's just no way around that.
Yeah.
So what about this? What about the hold on the transactions? That's one thing I was kind of curious about. Is why are we waiting till Monday to start doing any transaction? What's the issue with doing it today?
I mean, suppose that we'd stood the mark up and something had gone horrifically wrong. It'd be kind of nice if everybody's ether was where it had started, rather than being halfway through when something went thermonuclear.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it's straightforward risk mitigation, right? We just don't want people to be doing transactions on a network that is unstable. And there was essentially no price to having the launch in 2 parts.
Oh no, it makes sense, and I think we're all kind of on edge. Originally, I thought I read that they were gonna start authorizing transactions at block 5,000, but what's the block number? Do you know that they're gonna authorize?
Not sure. I've heard various things being discussed with that. I'm not sure what the current plan is.
But you said Monday. Monday was when they're expected to?
Last I heard, the plan was Monday evening, but that may have shifted since then.
Okay. All right. So, like, who's in charge of that decision, or is it written into the code?
So the gas limit stuff, I believe they're going to increase. They're going to release a point update. You know, just everything is stable, nothing has changed. Release that, transactions can off they go.
Oh yeah.
But that's a good question. Actually, it might be tied to a contract on the network with the Canaries. Don't know. Not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see. I guess once that gets enabled, like how much like ramp up we get. Like, 'cause I imagine people are already looking at it. The other question was I got from one person in the community, Takashi. It's like, why is it so hard to set up the mining with it? Like, it seems like this is something like a poorly planned altcoin or like a scammy altcoin would do. Was it so difficult to get mining when like even like core devs are having a hard time with this?
Well, so a lot of it depends on your hardware, right? If you want to mine on a CPU just for argument's sake, right? I'm not saying you'd ever do that. But if you were CPU mining, it's two commands, right? You know, get new account, get -- mine, boom, you're mining. The tricky part is all the low-level stuff you have to do to get graphics hardware to run your mining stuff for you. So it's going through layers of CUDA and all the rest of that stuff, which is sometimes fine and sometimes is just like difficult as hell. It's essentially about hardware support.
Interesting. So like, because I saw like what they had to do, they had to take the hash that was on the website and build a Genesis block in order to start mining with that block.
Oh, yeah. No, you have to build your own Genesis block. Because remember, you know, we, as far as possible, want the network to be self-supporting. So we don't want to be sitting in the center of the system actually holding all the keys and running all the systems. That's not at all the position we want to be in. So the Genesis block builder is you actually pull the Genesis block together from information that's on the Bitcoin blockchain.
Okay.
Right? You turn the payments that were made with Bitcoin into the Genesis block by pulling them directly from a secure source. And you do that for yourself, which is how you know you trust the Genesis block balances.
Interesting.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I have a question too. For the CPU miners, is there a mining pool set up for them?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah, that was a question we asked on Thursday, right?
Yeah, and
that is so interesting, and I'm kind of excited about that actually. That we don't have a pool happening yet.
But I thought they wanted to actually not do pools, like they wanted to stay out of it. I realize that's kind of a counterproductive argument, but I thought the Ethereum team wanted to discourage multi-pools.
Well, look, I mean, as far as possible, we want to keep things decentralized, right?
Good.
And pools wind up with a ton of centralized political power that doesn't necessarily actually help them, right?
Yep.
I mean, do you remember when, was it Ghash was heading for 50% of the Bitcoin network?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that made everybody really nervous. There were persistent rumors that they'd been double spending against gambling sites because they could.
This is super cool. So,
right?
Back on what we were saying before, you said that you guys, this is a completely retooled cryptocurrency, basically. It's like
from the ground up.
From the ground up, and you're not allowed.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to allow pooling so much. So this is literally 2.0.
Yeah, well, and Bitcoin's still on 0.9 or 0.9, so that.
Well, and look, you know, Bitcoin is still very much like that works. You could do that. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
The fact that Bitcoin is possible at all is jaw-dropping. You know, when people were talking to me about it, I'm just like, look, you know, Bitcoin is basically a summary. It's a summarization of basically everything we knew about cryptography up to about 2003.
Yeah.
You know, it's got the chain hashes, it's got public key signatures, it's got, you know, DHTs, it's got you name it. You know, basically every single branch of cryptography that we've got any kind of really serious depth in is in Bitcoin somewhere. And there's not a single extra component there.
Mm.
Building on top of that foundation is really, really delicate. I mean, you know, altcoins, generally speaking, don't add anything new other than baking in some new politics like they do Demirage or something like that. But there hasn't really been fundamental work on the technological base in a long time because the decentralization of the Bitcoin community makes it very hard to do innovation. right? You still got to get a majority of the miners behind you if you want to build something new. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, there's this tendency for these things to fossilize. And in all probability, Ethereum will face that challenge itself in a few years.
That's so interesting.
Well, it's nice to see like Bitcoin was very much the first app on the blockchain, like it was currency, and now Ethereum seems to be something completely new. It's more of a utility currency, or built on a blockchain. So hopefully maybe we can see more of these. But Ethereum is supposed to be meant for developers to build on top of. So would there actually be anything more we need to build if we have Ethereum now?
Well, I mean, so we've gotten it down to 15-second block time, right?
Yeah.
And we've got this programming environment where you've got a virtual machine that you can load different programming languages onto, and it all sits there in the blockchain and off we go at the races, right? The problem is that that entire system runs at roughly the speed of a Commodore 64.
Whoa.
Right? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you're doing on the order of, I don't know, 20, 50, 60 some transactions a second, and you could push that through an 8-bit microcomputer in the mid-1980s. Right? So this stuff is just stupidly slow compared to the amount of computer power in the network as a whole, and that brings us around to blockchain scaling, right? It seems inevitable that in a reasonable world, when you add 10 times more computers, the system should go at least twice as fast.
Yeah.
Right? You know, if you've got a system that just doesn't accelerate when you pile more computer power behind it, in a real sense, you're like, okay, what the hell are we doing wrong here?
Yeah.
So at fundamental computer science level, we really want to be able to make these systems go faster when we put more computers behind them. And that's going to require a very, very serious amount of technology development.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ethan, buddy, you got any questions for us?
No, I'm just sort of taking this all in. This is I'm not great with technical stuff, so I'm just sort of listening and learning.
Yeah.
Well, it's eye-opening for sure. The possibilities are endless, it seems.
Yeah. I did some research on, I think, Augur earlier today. It was one of the, there's a platform, I think, that's being built on Ethereum. And it seems incredible, like, what you can do with this technology.
Yeah,
so,
Augur is absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
Vinay, I noticed on the website that there isn't any decentralized apps already built for it yet. Do you know of any that are kind of in the pipeline, or maybe once transactions are enabled, they're going to drop a bomb on us?
Well, so we believe that there's a rough head count of on the order of 600 people currently working on dApps.
Wow.
Like 600 developers.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, because it's people are really piling behind this stuff, right? You know, there are several really substantial projects that are coming out. They're in stealth mode at the moment, and you'll see this stuff drop in piece after piece over the next, I'm guessing, couple of months.
So you've got 600 developers. That's a massive company, man.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not that Ethereum, you know, like the Ethereum Foundation has 600 developers. But of all the people that we know that we've been talking to who say that they're developing apps and looking for support or just wanted to let us know what they were up to,
Right.
that number is on the order of 600.
Wow.
So I suspect that we're going to see a really substantial number of dApps coming out over the next few months. How many of them will be ready to drop by Tuesday morning is an open question.
Well, fuck, I wish I had one.
Well, I mean, frankly, you know, you've got to wait for the people to show up, right? At some level, Ethereum is all very well and good, but it's not until we break out the cryptocurrency ghetto that we're actually going to see really serious social change come out of these technologies.
Yeah.
Right. You know, we need to see people that have never even heard of Bitcoin going like, right, okay, so we just push these buttons and something happens.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of the people that are using Ethereum have no more idea that they're using Ethereum than that some piece of software is running on Node or that they are using Angular.
You know,
it's just another hidden piece of the technology stack.
Do you? So when we released on Thursday, I don't know about you guys, but I had a little tear come to my eye because it felt like something extraordinarily significant in history happened on Thursday. And did you feel that yourself? Did you guys get all teary-eyed a bit and hug each other and high five, or what? What was what happened over here?
There was a bit of that, champagne was opened and all the rest of that. But at some level, it really hasn't fully landed for us yet.
Wow.
Like we turn it on and the handles go round and you can see like, okay, here's some software and here's the charts and you can see all of our very pretty statistics and all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
But at some level, it's like it's not until you start seeing the dApps come online and you then see like regular people using the dApps.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes a real show.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of people are waiting for Augur because Augur is just wildly cool. Did you guys see the Augur beta that went up a while ago?
No.
They had a version of Augur running up against the testnet that was just beautiful. Lovely user interface. All the back end done on smart contracts.
Right.
Aren't they still in alpha?
The alpha was on the testnet. I don't know how close they are to actually shipping. But the alpha was quite successful. It's a really nice piece of code.
Wow.
We're gonna fuck around with that.
Yeah. So I know you said you didn't want to comment on the price of Ether, but I really want to get your comment on this Ether coin, these 1,000 Ethers that have been trading for the last year, because they say they have no affiliation with the Ethereum project.
Yeah, so firstly, we hope that when people actually, when Ether becomes liquid, we hope that all the people that think they're going to get Ether do, right?
Yeah.
Let us hope that these people actually pay up. I'm sure they will, but let's just say that we hope.
Yeah. Well,
what is Ethercoin currently trading at?
It's actually 10 times ICO values at a million. Yeah, $3, a million satoshis.
Yeah, it's about $3 a coin.
Wow.
It's really fucking awesome, actually.
Yeah, if that's any indication of what's going to happen Monday when the trading goes live, it's going to be like gladiator battle.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Bitcoin has been receding a couple points, like a couple percentage points in the last 2 to 3 days, and I wonder if that has something to do with the amount of energy that's coming up behind Ethereum right now.
A lot of coins have dropped off. We talked about on Wednesday that Next, the decentralized trading app, they're dropping off right now. So maybe it's because people see this as competition.
I'd be surprised if people view these things as competitors, but part of it may be focus, right? You get a lot of nervousness, you get a lot of uncertainty. People trying to sit on their money for a while. The distinction between Ethereum and these other currencies is that it's service-backed currency. You essentially use Ether as a way of accessing the services produced by the Ethereum network. So my guess is that Ether is going to basically flow around the use value of Ether, and the use value of Ether is going to depend entirely on how much network adoption there is and how many applications are running on top of it. I would be surprised if we see an enormous kind of speculative run-up as you've seen with some of the other currencies. It would be, it'd be a surprise. It would be a surprise. If in 2 years the Ethereum network is absolutely slam-packed busy with people that are trying to run jobs on it and the whole thing is, just a thriving environment, then I think you could imagine that, Ether would have a substantial price simply based on the demand for the services of the network. But I don't think that you're going to see Ether used as a speculative currency very much. I'm sure people will try, but speculative currencies tend not to get that kind of an enormous wild growth if they're backed by some actual set of services or some underlying physical asset.
You'd be surprised. Like, there's people who will trade anything, so...
Yeah. That's right.
Well, it's interesting to see. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sure people will try to get that kind of speculation going in it, but because there's a constant tendency to tie the price back to the actual utility value of the thing, I'm just not sure that you're going to get this kind of asymmetric run-up. I know a lot of people would be very happy to see it, but I just don't think that's how it's going to work.
So the price is backed by the the utility that you provide.
Well, so people are basically using Ether to purchase time on the virtual machine that Ethereum represents.
Okay.
Right? And that price is paid directly to the people that are mining Ether.
Okay.
Essentially, it's or the people that are doing the transaction stuff.
From a
So you
speculative
spend Ether into the system to run your jobs, and that money winds up with the people that are running Ethereum.
So the miners don't actually generate new Ether. They get the Ether that is paid by customers.
Well, both things are true, right? You've got transaction fees
Okay.
and you mine it.
So it's like Bitcoin, sort of.
Yeah, very similar. Very similar.
I think where the trading is going to come into play is with all of the Ethereum clones that are going to be coming out. I think some of those are going to be traded heavily.
And there's also a couple projects that are looking to fork Ethereum now, like not crypto entities, but like financial entities, like the New York Stock Exchange or like the NASDAQ. I heard rumors that they were waiting on the Ethereum launch to kind of fork the network and use the technology themselves.
Already?
Yeah, people have been watching.
IBM. IBM has a pet fork, right?
Yep.
IBM's a Depth project. They needed some features that we haven't built yet, so they did a fork of POC5 and added a bunch of stuff to it. My suspicion is that once you get started down the smart contract path, what you're going to discover is that there's just an enormous appetite for smart contract technology. Right? You'll get some bunch of guys that decide that they really want this stuff to be programmable in Java, and you'll wind up with some JVM-based smart contract tech that somebody will build. Somebody else will come along and say they want it to be fully compatible with the Microsoft stack, and then build the damn thing into SharePoint. Like, once people understand smart contracts are a real thing that you can deploy, I think we're going to see just that technology showing up in form after form after form after form. And I think that we need that diversity of people building smart contracting platforms, because Ethereum is not one size fits all, right? If you need millisecond response on your smart contract, Ethereum is not your platform.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, yeah, like there's obviously so much utility for it. If another network launches, I imagine both could grow at the same pace.
I wonder if you could side chain. Yeah.
I mean, what you're going to get is a ton of specialization, right? You're going to get smart contracting platforms with different trade-offs between speed, anonymity, privacy, security, technical compatibility with other systems. It's going to be a really broad field.
So Ethereum Dark, that's what's next.
Wow, come on, somebody's inevitably going to do this.
What are the transparency like on Ethereum?
Say again, please.
Like, are they what kind of personal information are they recording?
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So on the page,
you download it, turn on a client, you're a player.
So on this page here that I have pulled up, Freddie, if you could put it up, I have the Ethereum fund, and you can see at the bottom here there's the top 3 purchasers. So you have no idea who these 3 guys are.
Nope.
Okay, because I imagine this 1 million Ethereum is what's represented here, I would think, unless it's been broken down from several accounts. But that seems a little suspect that the largest principal investor in Ethereum is also creating a trading fund for it. So I want this to be real, but my better judgment says stay away. So it's hard to tell here with the Ether coin.
Well, I mean, Ethercoin is one of those things where somebody stood up and said this is going to be great, and all we can really do is watch people using our platform and hope they're not screwing each other.
I'm hearing on the Steve Husek.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, we have very little control of what people do any more than people do with the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Yeah, obviously, if there's a need, like I imagine this guy is. He was a good entrepreneur for figuring out that this Ether coin was a good way to, I guess, create an asset and trade. I don't know where he's going to get profit from it at all, unless he probably keeps 1,000 of it for himself, or 100,000 of it for himself or something. But that's going to be a lot of Ethereum that's going to be on a marketplace, because this is only hosted on Bittrex, I believe. So if anyone's looking to buy Ethereum, I would guess that Bittrex is going to be the place to go because it's got volume that doesn't exist anywhere else yet. If this ends up being true.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where we just don't know what we don't know. So I think to a substantial degree for all of these things that people are talking about, you pretty much have to wait for people to ship and then see what they do.
Okay. We have a question here from... sorry. We have a question here from...
We have no way of knowing what these guys are up to.
Yeah, no, you got to take it at face value. You're speculating on speculation, like it's derivatives. So our next question here from Cameron: have you looked into Iris or Eris?
Eris.
Eris?
Oh yeah, we know those guys. Eris. Yeah, I mean, Eris is basically taking the stuff that Ethereum built for doing an internet-sized network and scaling it back to operate inside a company networks as an intranet. So if you want a kind of pet Ethereum environment where you can run smart contracts, but they've only got 20 or 30 people using them, but you get the private side of that network, that's the kind of technology that they've got.
Okay, interesting. I got to read up more on that one. Okay, any other questions from you guys?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm just literally still blown away by what happened on Thursday.
Yeah.
I've been riding on this all week,
I wonder, we got any stats on what the difficulty is right now? I'm looking at the page here, but I
think it's like 300 billion or something probably by now. All I know, we pulled in about 350 so far in our net, and I think
how many way is that?
Sorry?
How much way is that? WEI?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
That's a shitload.
Is it? Good. I don't know, but I'm just stoked because this is fuel for the contracts that our friends are going to write maybe someday, and that gives me a place in the equation. Hopefully, I'm stoked to have that kind of gas on hand. It's not a lot, but it's something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At these last 20 blocks here, it looks like we're getting really close to like breaking $1 trillion in difficulty.
Seriously, is it that high?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. What's the current hash power of the network?
The hash power of the network?
It's on the stats page, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm on the stats page right now. I have it pulled up, but I don't see hash power anywhere here. Do you guys? No. Am I not seeing something?
I thought it was on there somewhere.
Yeah, but you got quite a few nodes. Block time has been scattered about, but it looks like it's mostly under 15 seconds. Some of them are even like quicker.
That's good.
But block propagation, we still have this one random spike where some blocks have taken 10 seconds to get through.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see this start getting popular with more stuff. Actually, Jumbucks is on this node list here too. So Hawaii is representing right now.
I couldn't figure out how to get on that node list. I'm not intelligent enough.
Maybe,
it is quite hard to get software set up to talk to that node list. It's not as easy as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, it's too bad because I would love to have been a part of that. It's, the time is valuable right now. Everything's crazy around here, and I just don't have that kind of like intellect. It's not my strength. You know what I mean? And I wish I had what you guys have. It's not my forte yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll get to it. One of the gentlemen will help us out and get it up there someday.
Yeah, soon maybe it'll be easy enough. There'll be an app for that or something.
Yeah. That's funny. So are we gonna wind her down soon?
We got a couple news stories we gotta talk about here quickly.
Okay.
What's good?
If you know anything about the future developments of Ethereum, like maybe like a release date for Mist.
Well, so let's get through Homestead first, right? Let's get through Homestead first. I mean, my guess is this is going to be next year. In fact, I'm pretty much certain this is going to be next year. The question is whether it's going to be early next year or late next year. You can imagine security auditing something that looks a lot like a web browser but is end-to-end crypto is going to be a major undertaking.
Okay. Cameron is asking, are you still giving out Raspberry Pi nodes? Because I think he applied for one and he was disappointed that Decentral didn't make the cut.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we want to point that stuff mainly at people that otherwise wouldn't be able to run a node. I don't know how much more of that stuff we're going to be doing, but it was a good idea, and I hope we continue to do it.
Yeah, I want one here. It's ridiculous that we don't have one. I guess we should just get our own.
Yeah, we're already trying to get our pop machine to be a Bitcoin node. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've got three or four of these big units chugging away right now. Is that chugging? Hey, how are you? Come on in. You guys carry on.
All right.
Alex, it's your show.
Sorry, got some guests popping in and out. Like Kramer here.
Is this going there?
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the news? What do you guys want to cover?
Oh, God.
Our special guest today is Bolin from LA.
Hi.
There we go.
Special guest.
Hi, do you want some mango?
Just hold up to the camera there. Yeah, great.
Wait, camera, tell me.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
Oh, there?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, that's super small.
Oh, thanks. That's not
How's it going?
What? Oh, wait.
So yeah, we're just doing a show here on talking about some Bitcoin miners and stuff. But we were just gonna start talking about the news because there was some interesting stories along with Ethereum launching. Mark Karpelès, the guy behind Mt. Gox, he's being arrested by Japanese police right now.
What?
Yeah, because there's more stuff than just the Bitcoin. I guess a lot of his books were not properly done.
That's crazy.
I mean, have you seen the AMA on Reddit too? There's one of the former Mt. Gox employees is telling all about their time there.
Yeah, this one comment here that I just tweeted out is absolutely crazy from Adam Turner or Ashley Barr. Someone who was supposed to be named the CEO, but like as soon as she took over, she started asking Mark questions on like, "Yo, I need to see all the finances and stuff." Like, "Oh, I'll get around to it," or like.
I don't think she actually accepted. I don't think she was ever actually CEO. I think she got fired before then.
Yeah, probably for asking too many questions.
Resigned. Yeah.
Messy.
Yeah, so there's two Reddit articles here that are great, but Mark Karpelès is going to be arrested today.
Jesus.
The Japanese police made an announcement, which is weird because why would the police announce before they're going to arrest someone?
Is he not in custody yet?
I assume he's in custody and he's probably cooperating. Like he's in Japan, kind of under asylum, I think, because if he came to the States, he would have gotten arrested here.
Probably.
But this whole story is just hilarious. Like I didn't realize the amount of stuff that was going on or not going on at Mt. Gox. He was talking about how he hired a bunch of devs and they spent most of their day playing video games and they didn't keep any of their stuff really organized. It's just adding to that whole movie that we're gonna make one day of how ridiculous.
Oh, that's gonna be quite the movie.
Painful.
That's not what Ethereum's like?
Yeah, what's the atmosphere in Ethereum?
Oh man, I mean, Ethereum is just a bunch of really heads down people, right? The technical team, you just never see them. All you get is you just see streams of updates coming in.
Oh, that's good. No, like you guys were running a very transparent project. So the other thing in news was BitMEX, another Bitcoin exchange. They're now offering 25x leverage. So this is a bump up from OKCoin that we're doing 20x leverage. So you can trade with 20 times the amount of Bitcoin that you have in order to make profits or lose all your money super fast. So this must mean the liquidity of Bitcoin is going up, I would think. So,
are they futures or it's not spot trading, right? It's futures.
No, futures trading. Yeah,
Okay.
like they're allowing 25 times leverage now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the news stories that I read from this week. I don't know, Ethan, if you had anything else you wanted to mention.
Not specifically, but I think this BitMEX news is good. I think OKCoin is too sketchy to have the a monopoly on the 20x futures market, on the high leverage market. So this is good. There's options now for people who want to trade high leverage but don't want to go gambling on OK Casino.
Yeah, well, and OKCoin has been very suspect lately with all their conveniently timed denial of service attacks. So
Yeah.
I think this is going to drive some people away. That's probably their thinking, like, oh, 25 times, that's way bigger than 20 times.
I've already gone to 796. I'm not using OKCoin.
Oh, 796 has 50x trading, don't they?
I'm not using that. I'm using 20x. I'm
A dollar in one direction and you're bust.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I guess we'll kind of wrap up with price guesses here. So Vinay, you're our new guest for the show. What we do every week is we make a prediction what the price of Bitcoin is going to be at the start of next week. So right now Bitcoin is trading at 279 or 280, I guess if you round, and we're on a bit of a downtrend here. We've been kind of going down steadily for a couple days, but I would say I'm going to probably guess we're probably going to continue this downtrend. Maybe we're getting to this accumulation area. I'm going to say 275 is my guess.
So if I had to guess, I would say that you're going to see a ton of news in the newspapers and so on, and everybody's talking about cryptocurrencies are amazing again and all this innovation is happening. I would guess it's going to ride up on the basis of that.
You think we're going to smash through 300, or what's your number here?
Oh, it's really hard to tell. That doesn't seem like it'd be an enormous rise. Why not?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. We might see some good news, but Bitcoin always does funny things when we hear good news. It always seems to drop. I don't know if that seems to be a correlation is breaking down now, but yeah, maybe we can let's see what Ethan's thinking for price action.
I don't know, honestly. I've been sort of away from the markets this week, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm thinking we might go bull. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna say 1900.
All right, let me go to my little currency converter here. 1900 is 305 or 306.
Okay, that sounds.
That's way up here.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting a little definition here. Oh, I need to use my tool here. Yeah. So, Jesse, what do you think?
I'm always liking to go really high because Bitcoin's so amazing. I really like the story about all this Ethereum news. Crypto coins becoming the hot thing. They're going up.
Yeah. So how?
1,000.
All right. I don't have that on my scale here, so I'm just gonna put Jesse. I'm gonna type
to the moon. You can just write to the moon.
Yeah, Jesse's betting to the moon. So if we go above okay, Jesse. So, Vinay, do you have an actual a number that you're thinking?
Well, let's call it 305.
Oh, you're gonna go on the same with Ethan. All right. Okay, then I'll put that in. And Freddie is a little preoccupied here with our new guest, so I think we'll probably wrap the show up. We're just at an hour here. People keep telling me these things go too long, so I think it's probably best we wrap it up sooner rather than later. So it was a pleasure having you here, Vinay. Yeah, we really appreciate you answering some questions for us, and maybe in the future we'll have to have another Ethereum night and get some more information when we get some market data on it too.
Sounds good. Take care, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Vinay.
Thank you much for having me.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night.
Adios. Oh.